Portacool manufactures portable evaporative coolers, which are used in residential, industrial, automotive industries. We also service the military. All of our product, all of our Portacool portable evaporative coolers are made here in Center, Texas. We stride ourselves on world-class customer service, but it takes every single person that works for this company to make that happen. Whether it be our sales guys, whether it's our manufacturing facility, everyone in shipping, everyone in marketing, everyone here at Portacool is in customer service. As we like to say, we are a customer service company that just happens to be in manufacture and evaporative cooling technologies.
Within the evaporative cooling division, we have 3 manufacturing disciplines. We manufacture quite a few of our parts here, as well as we are a rotational molder. So things actually start with the rotational molding process. We start with literally a plastic pellet that we pulverize into a powder. We add a color pigment to it. We weigh out a specific amount depending on the size part we're going to run. We quite frankly just pour that into the mold. The mold then is sealed up and it goes into the oven. Each mold has a different amount of time that it runs, and we'll run it through the oven. And the whole idea is that we want the plastic to flow centrifugally through the mold itself. It gets hot, it melts and flows, and then we go through a 2-stage cooling air and water stations, and it continues to rotate as it goes through those stations. That then allows it to cool to the point where we can pull the part out. It's genuine manufacturing. It's very interesting. Rotational molding was designed originally to make tanks and drums and things like that. We've sort of taken this to another step, and we're doing some things at detail that most manufacturers don't do. It's very technical, and it's all equipment driven, and it's computerized, and you have to have people on the machine to run it. However, the machine is to some degree running itself. When you come to the assembly side, this is the Henry Ford model.
I would have to say probably the coolest thing is watching it come over bare. And as it goes down the line, everything gets put into it within maybe an hour from start to finish. But watching it come over with nothing in it and leaving, really cool. So as you walk around, you'll see different things, not just the assembly line, but you'll see some stations that we have off to the side. We've got a motor station where we've got to put the motor brackets on the motors. We've got to take the motor with the motor brackets and put it in the venturis before we can actually put that assembled part inside one of our evaporative coolers. So once it comes off the conveyor, we pull it off the line, we do another inspection, and depending on the unit, we start drilling holes and putting in floats, fill holes, water fills, different locations we put on serial numbers and serial plates, all of that right here. The further the line down, the more we do. So another spot we install the spray bars and bonnets, then we get into the motors. From there we go into the LLIs, from that we wire it up, all the electrical gets done before it goes to the QC station. Some things that we look for right off the bat: make sure that it hasn't been patched below the water line, make sure that it doesn't have any bulges or where it's concaved or dented in, make sure that any holes that do come over from plastics in the right location and the right size. After it gets QC'd, it gets water tested. After the unit's been power checked, quality checked, and water checked for leaks and whatnot, we wipe the unit down. After we wipe it down, we also install our own cool comfort media that's produced here in the plant as well.
What separates Portacool evaporative coolers from our competitors is our media. The concept is relatively simple. It's a cellulose product that as you run water across it and the fan pulls hot air across the water, you get a temperature drop, and that causes the air to cool. And so it gives you cool air on the other side. We're the only manufacturer in the United States that manufactures that media product, but that is the difference between us and our competitors. Motion Industries is really the definition of a true partner in manufacturing. They're not just a distributor, but we buy parts from them. Rotational molding department has to run 24 hours a day in order to keep up with the demand from assembly. When an arm goes down or when some part of that machine stops, it just hamstrings us because there's such a tight correlation between production in plastic and assembly. We had an arm that went down. We needed some parts, and they were actually able to get the bearings here for us very quickly to keep me from just stopping production altogether. It's just one of the many examples.